Slangin The Bizkit, episode 44. We have a guest on this week. I don't think he needs any introduction to the goalie community. He is playing for the Madison Capitals in the USHL. He is a champion with the Chicago Steel last season in the U Show. He is committed to the University of Omaha, Nebraska, NCAA D1, and starting goalie for Team Slovakia at the World Juniors this year and playing last year as well. Welcome to the podcast program, Simon Latkoczy.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Snaps all around. Happy to have you here.
Hey, dude, we're stoked to have you. So, podcast programming, like we talked about a little bit before we got started. We like to get to know you. I got a couple questions. We got some questions submitted from Instagram as well for you. How do you feel about a shot out of a cannon Q&A?
About shutting WCHL? Or what?
About you.
A Q&A about you. We had fans submit questions for you.
Oh,
yeah. We start with it instead of end with it because we want to kind of break the ice a little bit. Just kind of.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna peel back the onion a bit, kind of get to know you. So first off, ladies, are you a single or are you a taken man at the moment?
I'm single.
Oh. Single. Okay. Are you a blonde or a brunette kind of guy?
I don't care that much, but probably brunette, I would say.
Okay, so no preference, but you'd like it to be brunette.
Yeah,
no preference, but a preference. Sometimes you just gotta take what you get, you know.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
Never know.
Okay, now to kind of bring it back around, I'm thinking, have you ever seen the show The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
I have once. One season I watched.
Okay, and what did you think of it?
It's cool. It was cool. I still remember those two girls that were there.
Didn't bring you back.
Why
though.
I watched that. No,
wasn't enough.
I watched it only once. I only watched one season, so I'm not that big fan of it. You know.
Yeah, I'm not either. Trav, do you watch on the regular?
I used to. Judge me for what you will. I thought it was good drama. Every season that I did watch though. The season would finish, and I tell myself, "That's it. I'm not coming back again." And then I see the trailer for the next season, and it would just suck me back in, and then we keep going season after season.
I think The Bachelorette is hilarious. When it's all the guys and the one girl, because they're just doing the cringiest, weirdest, funniest things. So the first 4 or 5 weeks, I just think are the hilarious. Then it gets cheesier as it goes on when they get rid of the idiots. So I'm more of a fan of The Bachelorette.
Oh, really?
Nah. I've actually only watched it once, one season too, and I thought it was funny. But yeah.
Okay. So Simon, are you familiar with the format of the show?
I don't think so.
Okay. So we're gonna put you in that role right now. So we are the hosts, Slangin The Bizkit Dating. It's a new show coming to YouTube, 2024. We're working on it right now. It's a pilot project. We want you to be in the game. So it's you, 24 other dudes. We got a beautiful blonde lady. Her name is Patricia Shea. And we want you to make an impression. Okay, so you go up, you meet her, you're dressed up, nice little bow tie, black suit, maybe brown belt, brown shoes. Everything's matching. The hair is done up nice. You got a fresh shave. You're smelling good. You got that nice cologne, right? You mix your cologne game up. I feel like you got a nice tight cologne game. You go to meet her. What is your intro line?
Wow, it's kind of hard. Didn't expect.
You're gonna tell her it's kind of hard.
That would be a strong start.
Depends on the eyes and on the smile. I would say probably you have a nice smile or nice eyes. So those two things are always interesting.
I feel like a more modern day question would be what would your Tinder pickup line be, rather than actually going up to them in person.
Actually, I don't have any pickup lines on Tinder.
No?
I'm not a big guy on that. I just I'm not saying I don't have it. I have it, but it's not like I
you let the
pickup lines.
Yeah, the cheesy lines. You just let the facts speak for themselves. You know.
Yeah.
Actions do more
My
than words.
past, yeah.
Yeah. I like
Brings
it.
a resume and everything. He has his elite prospects printed off. Here you go. Just hands you like a piece of paper, like it's a job interview.
Yeah. Shutting the window. I got people out here.
Yeah, we don't need the train coming by
Making
anymore.
ruckus.
Pat does live by train tracks, by the way. The Amtrak rolls by quite often.
Yeah, it's nice. It wakes me up. It's awesome.
Okay, so Pat, so Pat and I are going to coach you through this. Pat, what do you think the opening pickup line's got to be? He's going to go meet this Patricia Shea. She's a good-looking girl. We want to make a good first impression.
Oof, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I think depending on who they are, like I feel like if he goes up and, like he just said, compliments the smile, that could go a long way. Mm-hmm. But it is a fine line between like cute and creepy. You know, you got to be careful of how you word it and how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, though.
It gets tricky.
You got to go for the shoes, I think, because everybody's going to notice the smile. They're going to notice the hair, the eyes. Your shoes look great. Women love shoes. Gets the ball rolling.
Yeah, like something they're wearing that they clearly spend time on, and you notice it. Could be good.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
You know, Trav is a master, obviously. So, any advice that you have would be great advice for anyone. I'd say, Trav. So, I back your words.
I don't know. I've kind of lost my touch. You know, I've had my woman for the last year and a bit. I don't have that strong opening act, shall we say?
Yeah, but you could talk to a tree. So
I could.
That's a strength.
Do you have that ability, Simon?
I don't think I have. I mean, hard to tell. But you know, like it's always about the situation you are in. You know, like whether you are in the bar or like some like basic party, kind of depends on that too. So depends also on the level, how much sober you are, and what can you do.
That's true. Get the liquid courage, then you can say whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want her and she wants you, like it's gonna happen anyways.
That's right.
So you're a man of destiny. You believe in fate.
I do.
Okay. So what do you tell her? Let's kick rocks. Let's go back to my place, fire a Hungry Man in the oven. Get a nice little TV dinner going, and maybe turn on, I don't know, some Netflix or something. What do you say?
It's in our zodiac signs that we were gonna be here tonight. Bring out the zodiacs.
Horoscope.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Trav, what do you got? Do we have more on that Q&A?
Oh, I got totally engulfed in that one. We do have some viewers a week that we should probably get to, as always. Do you mind if we get to those real quick?
Yeah, roll with the viewers of the week. We have to show some love to our supporters.
Absolutely. So if you are new to the podcast programming, Simon had no idea what the podcast was until a half hour ago. So we do a viewer of the week segment. So if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, Google, on the YouTube video version, and you want to be viewer of the week, you send me a message, you send me an email, say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I work construction in Omaha, Nebraska at the construction site right beside where Simon Latkoczy is going to be playing next season. I listen to the podcast. I'd like to be viewer of the week. Send me a message. We'll get you penciled in. First one we got is the quote-unquote Boys of Room 221. I don't know what that means, but Sean, Chris, and Sammy, they all wanted a shout-out because they listened to the podcast collectively and wanted to apologize that when they listen together on YouTube. So their one view doesn't count as three. Yeah. So they wanted that. Tommy, just a first-name kind of guy, Tommy. And then also the boys at the Summit House in Michigan and I just put Michigan University. I didn't put the proper one. I believe it's Northeastern Michigan, I think. Northern Michigan.
They're what are they, like a frat or like a house of college guys?
House of college guys. It's the green and yellow Michigan school.
Nice.
Is that Western Michigan?
Love that.
Or Northeastern?
I'm not sure the colors out there, but hey, either way.
Yeah.
Love to see
Shout
it.
out to you guys.
Love to hear it.
To Joe, Nolan Kent, and I can't remember the other two guys' names. I'm sorry, boys. I just want to say thank you as always for being viewer of the week. Also, shout out to my dad. My dad listens every single week. He texts me within the first 2 hours of the podcast. He says, well, son, here's my critical review of it. Like he's like reviewing the podcast every week.
He's a beaut.
Yeah. Shout out to my dad. Anyway,
Back
Q&A
to the
questions.
program.
Back to the regular program. So there are some questions on here that could classify themselves back into the whole dating realm. So you a cat or dog kind of guy, Simon?
Dog, definitely.
You like dogs?
Respectable.
Big dog, small
What
dog?
about you? What about you?
No. I'm a cat kind of guy.
I don't care. Or cat, I don't care whether small or the
Yeah,
big.
that's
The more the
weird,
merrier.
man. I feel like if you're like, that's a bad sign if you say you're a cat guy, Trav. Like, you just dogs or cats, and you're like, cats. I don't know.
Can I explain?
Please.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. As I've described myself as a man who needs to be mobile, right? Like if, I got to move, I got to bounce, I got to stay light. I'm going from Winnipeg, maybe I'm in Vancouver for a week with, goalie coach. Maybe I'm bouncing down to Florida because, Canada's going to a lockdown. Maybe I'm going to Sweden for the season, right? You can't be as mobile if you got a dog. You got like a nice huge, like a husky or something, like a golden retriever, a big lab or something. You can't be mobile because you got to be like, hey, Ma, can you take care of my dog for 8 months, as opposed to a cat. A little smaller, a little more convenient. You just bring the litter box, you bring the treats. Cats are like low maintenance. You could probably leave the cat by itself for like a week, with like one of those like auto feeding troughs where you just put food in and just like every like hour on the hour just like disposes food down the trough. So I like that. Also, like for a dog, I don't know what the weather is like in Slovakia. I know Wisconsin, Chicago, the weather is very similar to Winnipeg, where it's like minus 30, minus 40, blistering cold outside. You go outside and just your lungs freeze up and you're like, oh my God, this hurts. I got to go back inside, right? Pretty accurate?
Right, exactly.
So you get a dog, you got to go outside. You got to take it outside. You can't just leave it outside, right? Especially if you live in an apartment. But also, a side note, the inflation rates, the housing prices in Canada, I will never own a home in my life. So I'm going to have to take my dog out of the apartment, down the elevator, out the front door to the front, past the smoking area to have my dog go take a shit or like take a piss in like a fire hydrant and then bring it back in. And I don't really want to do that, as opposed to the cat. You just leave it and then just, just more convenient, I think.
Yeah, sure. Convenience sake. Because you can just pack the cat in a duffel bag and bring it on your carry-on. So
I know you hate cats.
I'm allergic to cats. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But
Do you hate cats, Simon?
I don't hate cats. I mean, I'm just more like dog guys. Yeah, as you said, like definitely in the cold weather, it's better to have a cat because you don't have to go out with her. But why would you want to live in cold weather, like somewhere in Wisconsin or Illinois? Like when you have a choice.
So you're staying to stay away because of the weather.
Right, definitely not here. I don't want to live here forever.
So if you're like the Madison, Wisconsin tour guide, don't hire Simon. He's not a good hire for recruiting people to come for summer vacations.
No, definitely warm weather guy. I am.
Aren't we all? I feel like if you prefer cold weather, then I judge you a little. If you're just like prefer like summer, winter, and you're just like, yes, winter. I love being cold. That'd be weird. That'd be a little bit weird.
It is weird. How was Maine? Maine had to be cold.
It's definitely it was a little bit chilly up there. I'm actually still in Maine now. I play for the Mariners now, which is a little bit south of the university, but it's definitely cold. Not quite as cold as Canada, but colder than most of America for sure. Always snow, like typically snow on the ground until like mid-April. Not ideal.
But it's more damp though, no? Because you're by the ocean on the coast, so you just get like a wetter cold.
Maybe. I don't.
Or is that the West Coast only?
I don't know the difference of the coldness. Warm, wet, cold, or dry cold. I'm not sure. It'd probably be more dry in like Minnesota, right? Like in the middle, because it's like not near the ocean. Yeah, so it's probably a wet, cold. Little humidity in the coldness, a little better. Yeah,
it's good for the skin though. It's better for the skin. Like when you're by
the pores.
On a side note, I guarantee Simon's got to moisturize on a pretty regular basis. Like the skin gets really chapped, the lips get chapped. You got to apply once, twice a day. It's brutal. On the West Coast, especially like here, like right in Sweden, I'm on the ocean on the Gothenburg side. I rarely, if ever, have to moisturize. I do, for good skin's sake, but like you don't have to.
Got it. Cool.
Oh, that's beautiful, Travis.
Anyway.
Are you from Gothenburg, Travis?
No. I'm from Winnipeg, like Manitoba in Canada.
Oh, wow.
That's
where
I'm
you
born.
live in Sweden, right?
Yes. Yeah, so Gothenburg is on the west coast, for those that don't know. And then you go about 2 hours, never eat soggy wieners. So south. 2 hours south, you get to Homestead, which is where I live. And then you go back up an hour north is Varberg, where I play. Was that as painful to listen to as it was for me to speak?
No, I'm just laughing at the fact that I think you just like thought out loud about how to do a compass. Like, keep that thought in your head next time. That northeast, southwest. Like, I heard it, I'm like, this fucking idiot.
I didn't learn anything.
What was that?
Didn't help me.
No? Okay.
Where Gothenburg is.
So on the video version, I'm going to paint a picture for you here. So we have Sweden. You got Stockholm on the right, Gothenburg on the left. You got the Arctic up north, and then down south is Germany. Like right below is Germany.
It's a good area.
So it landed like mustard, beer, sausage, frankfurters, all that kind of stuff in Germany. Cheap beer. Speaking of which, that actually was
Germany is cool. Germany is cool country.
That actually was a question somebody wanted me to ask you. Was Slovak beer or German beer? That I don't know why that reminded me, but
oh, both are good. The Czech beer is good, but I would say German beer for sure. There's one Paulaner. I don't know if you ever had it. I had it just a couple of times. It's called, I think, Paulaner. It's pretty good. Love that one.
Like a Pilsner?
No, that's a Czech one. That one is the German beer. You probably know that. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it well, but it's called Paulaner. I'm not sure.
We're gonna have to get a check on that one. I heard though that beer is actually cheaper than water in Czech. Like the water bill to run a glass of water is actually more expensive than if you just went and bought a beer in the Czech. Is that true?
I don't actually know because I live in Slovakia, so I don't go drink to Czech, so I don't buy beers there that often. So I don't know, cannot tell.
Actually, this is a true story. So the guy that I live with, right, Pat the boss man?
Yeah.
So he's from Hungary, and he loves to drink.
Budapest.
So Budapest, big Budapest guy. Actually, friends with Jeremy Roeder, matter of fact. So this is a true story. So I live with him because he was our former coach's best friend. So I came here and he's like, oh, I just live with the boss man. Okay, so I live with him, and loves to drink. So once a month he'll go down from here to Germany. He'll take his little red little shitbox car. It's kind of like it's like a Prius kind of, but like gas, right? And he'll take it all the way down to Germany. He'll go there and then come back like 2 days later with just like a vehicle full of beers, just as many beers as you can get, like whiskeys, everything. He'll just bring it back. And then he'll call me and be like, hey, can you help me unload it? Sure. And I just bring it into the garage and then boom.
The big guns.
Yeah.
Then he gets shattered by himself, or
honestly, he does get crippled in this exact couch in the living room quite often.
That's great. Shout out to him. Beautiful man. Do we have more on the Q&A questions, or should we get into some hockey talk?
We can get into some hockey talk for sure. Yeah.
Want to talk hockey?
Let's talk some hockey. The rest are just kind of like vague questions we can fill in at the end.
Let's talk hockey. Simon, you are from Slovakia. Did you grow up, born and raised Slovakia?
Yes, I grew up in Slovakia. Probably like all my life I've been there. And
I check your the elite prospects. What a useful tool it is for the hockey world. And I don't know how far back it dates, but it's pretty much that you were playing in Slovakia for national teams or U16 teams growing up. I'm curious when and why you decided to come over to America to go the junior and then college path rather than maybe sticking with the pro path.
Yeah, my parents always wanted me to play college, and they knew that like the U.S. is the only way where to put together school and hockey. So in the end, I went here to U.S. For a tryout to USHL, and I made it. So it's mostly like my parents wanted me to go college way. I didn't want to go college way in the beginning. I didn't like that. I don't like school that much. I would say at all. So
I feel you.
yeah. So in the end, now I'm more like I understand that it's probably the best path for me. But many years before, I argued with the parents that it's not what I want to do. So and here it is. Next year I'm going to college, and I'll see how it goes first year, and then I'll decide what to do next.
Yeah, I think I have a similar view on school. Growing up, I was never fond of school. Obviously it's more common for an American to go the college path and whatnot, but I say when you're there, the school part isn't like, the most fun doing like schoolwork, but the lifestyle of a like college hockey player, I think you'll have a lot of fun doing that, like being in that atmosphere and stuff. I think looking back, like I think a lot of like junior guys or like pro guys that didn't go to college are kind of feel like they missed out on like that experience. So I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah.
For many people that the college years are the best years,
Yeah,
and a lot of fun there. So, and the school is actually not that hard when you're a hockey player there. So,
you find your ways. You find your ways around. You try to get through school. Obviously, hockey is the top priority when you go there on a scholarship for hockey. It's funny, we had Wallstedt on our podcast
I was thinking the exact same thing
a month back or so, and he was had a similar view on school. I'm trying to remember the exact words he said, but I pretty much told his parents when he was like, what did he say, Trav? He was like 14 or something?
No, he was younger than that. He was grade 8, 13, and he told his parents, he's just like, I'm nasty. I'm going to play in the SHL. I don't need school. And they're like, no, you need education. He's like, no, I don't. Watch. And lo and behold, the youngest goalie to ever play in the SHL, like not even close, 16 years old, walks in, lights it up. Like, oh, by the way, I'm going to see him in 2 weeks. Just a little side note. But
yeah, we were laughing like, man, I can't. He pretty much told his parents like, no, like I'm gonna play hockey and just.
That's final.
He say, like homeschooled? Like, did he do homeschool or something? Like,
I think he mentioned for like the last little bit he did do homeschooling, but I like your point. It's like, no, I'm not going to school. Now go to your room. To his parents.
He dropped out of like high school and stuff. Don't quote me, but I think he might have said that, or like stopped after high school or whatever. But it's funny. I could never imagine telling my parents like, nah, I'm not going to college. I'm good. Thanks.
I would be able to do that. I argued with them a lot, but like in the end, I kind of understood that for me, as not a tall goalie, it is better probably, to just like give myself 4 more years of development.
Yeah, that definitely helps too, being the extra development. Like if you went the, say like CHL path too, like all you guys, you have to go by 20 or whatever, and then in college you can be 23, 4 or 5 even if need be. For college, what made you choose Omaha, Nebraska over maybe, did you have other opportunities you were looking at and considering? What made them the final choice?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about the other colleges too, but in the end, Omaha was like really kind of talkative about it, and like they talked to me like on a certain points, and we were like, right in the beginning, we knew that like it's gonna be the right for both of us. They wanted me to commit right away after first call, and the problem was that there's a COVID nowadays, so I didn't want to wait for commitment with other schools, maybe for after this season or during this season, because I didn't know that if I'm gonna be able to get to US. So I just wanted to commit during the summer as soon as possible. And Omaha gave me this option, so I asked many people around, my friends, former coaches in the US, or like people like that who actually know like what's going on about Omaha, and everyone told me just the best about them. New facilities, new program, new coaches, everything's going the right way there. So that's something that helped me to figure it out, like where I want to go.
I'm curious though, like, so you commit to University of Omaha. What do they offer you that made you hop in? Because obviously we're talking scholarship, we're talking opportunities, playing time, whatnot. Like what was said in the negotiating side that made you pull the trigger?
Probably that the coaches talked to me like really like serious, and they were really polite to me, and they were like they really want me. And also the people from the Chicago Steel who coached me before told me that they are really interested in me, and they want me to be their number one goalie after their first goalie, who is there now, leaves. So that's something I want to do, and be more, like the schools in NCHC are more about hockey, so I didn't want to go somewhere like
Harvard,
where the school is on the first, where it's priority, so I wanted to go somewhere where hockey is priority number one for me, and they told me that they're going to help me with the school, and that's all I needed. I'm not that smart about being a school guy, so I will definitely need some help, and that's what they told me, that they're going to do that, and I can focus mostly on hockey. So this is something what helped me the most. And also when I went there for a visit in November, when I saw the facilities and the campus and the stuff around it, the dorms, that helped me a lot. And after that, I immediately signed the NLI.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. So
congrats.
What was I going to say? So the goalie that you're going to be replacing, who's the number one guy right now?
Savio, drafted by Las Vegas.
Okay. The name doesn't ring a bell.
He might stay one more year, but he was supposed to sign also before this season, and he said that he wants to stay one more year. So there's a big chance he's going to sign after this season, and I might be number one goalie right away. And if not, I'll be backup goalie for the first year, which doesn't matter that much, getting kind of into the school and like new community. So
that's still pretty awesome though, no?
Definitely
yeah.
is.
For schooling wise though, like what are you going to take? You're going to be a business guy, accounting guy?
Yeah, business. I'm thinking about business, and then I'm gonna decide whether like some investments, management, or something like that, But yeah, I'll start business, and then I will see what side from there I'll go.
And nowadays in college, you can make money off of your name. So when I was there in college, I started doing my YouTube thing, and that's how me and Trav met, and this podcast started. But I started doing the YouTube thing, and I wasn't able to make any money off of it. And I gained like a following there and on Instagram and stuff. So I was checking out like your Instagram. Is that a recently new following? Like you have like 9,000 followers, it's more recent.
Yeah, 9.
So
yeah.
like, I mean, you could, if you like market yourself in the right way, you could make some little side deals with companies to like do ad placements and on like your Instagram page and stuff too. Have you put any thought into that?
Right. I was thinking about it, but like it's kind of hard. Like if I would do it with the Slovak companies or US companies, like,
Yeah.
and also like those people I have there as the followers, I don't even know if they're like, because it happened like after last year when I made that big save, or after this year when I sent that post. So those are two things when they like so many followers came to my account. So I don't really know them like that good. What are they kind of up to, and what they are there for? So yeah, I was thinking about like doing this. So I hope when I have some options, I will definitely think about it and try to do that.
Could be a good.
Hey, if you ever need advice, Pat and I are always here to help and I don't want to say manage, but kind of give you some advice for like what is a good idea, what's a bad idea. Because I'm sure Pat can attest to it. Like you have one moment, let's say like Pat's first ever day in the life of a college player go viral, you get 250,000 views, or like for you that massive glove save you had last year, the World Juniors, or the post that you made about that IIHF this year, you get all these people flocking in, wanting to be your friend, one of them included right over here, and want to offer you a brand deal or whatnot. Like it can be pretty overwhelming. It's like, why everybody wants a piece of me. I have no idea what to decide. Right.
Right. Yeah. So what would be your idea? Like, should I contact those companies, or they contact me, or like, how did that work for you?
I would say that you're obviously in a lot more control when they're reaching out to you, because it comes from like a position of power, right? Like if I reach out to Gatorade, let's just say, for example, Gatorade's like, we don't need this guy, we have all these other people. As opposed if they reach out to me, I know there's an interest, I know there's going to be a check on the line. And then the problem with that is that so many companies, they want to undersell you on your value, and they want to say, Simon, well, you're only an NCAA committed goalie. You only play in the USHL. Yeah, you played in the World Juniors twice, but it's not that big of a deal. We think we can offer you this, and it's a really shitty deal because they want to run over you. Meanwhile, in the grand scheme of things, like you got some pull, man. You can make some good change, and people care when, like the post you made about the World Juniors. I could be wrong on this. I think you got more comments on that thing than you have followers, right? Like people care, right? Obviously, you're not going to get 10,000 comments on an ad for Manscaped or something. I hope not. Otherwise, we'll be out of business here. But at the Slangin The Bizkit podcasting network, but you do have some pull to make some money and to kind of get some brands on board with you, I would think. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, I agree. I'd say just like looking at like I look at like Trav's profile and then yours. Like Trav has like a link tree where like you can view all his like pages or his contact information and like the contact label on Instagram there. So like if a company goes to your profile and sees like, oh, he's D1 athlete, goalie, played World Juniors, has a following, contact, and then they might email you like an inquiry. So it could be a good idea to just have that set up. It might help.
The professional account should be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. Trav, would you say?
I can't remember if I'm a business or a creator or a professional, but like it does help. Like having you be one of the accounts, and then obviously having an email. So let's say, do you have a Bauer deal by chance or no?
No.
No? Okay. Well, let's say Bauer wants to get in touch with you. They see, okay, Simon has an email, press contact, simon@gmail.com, boom, fire off an email or whatnot. It helps, like for example, like Wallstedt, I don't know why, but like Wallstedt just went like with me and him, but he has like an agent. So like anybody who wants to get in touch with Jesper or any of that kind of stuff, they go through the agent. Obviously, I'm assuming you don't have an agent, or do you have an agent?
It's more like advisor here for the college hockey.
Okay. So that might be a little bit different. I don't know. I just say have the email set up there. Be open-minded to opportunities with companies. Don't promote stuff that you're not interested in. Like there's going to be a lot of companies that are going to offer you like, hey, we will pay you $0 up front. We'll send you some product, and then we'll give you 5% of sales, which in the grand scheme of things, 5% of zero is still zero. So like if you don't sell anything, they got a free ad. Now you've just pissed off all your followers because you tried selling them some socks made in Tibet that are made from donkey fur that you wouldn't even wear yourself. You're like, oh, I'll make some money, but you really don't. So just trying to have some standards with that because people kind of see through that. I would also advise trying your best to collect money up front. There's a lot of companies that'll like give you a deal, and then maybe they weren't happy with how it performed or weren't happy with whatever, and then they don't pay you. They try to stiff you. Like there's companies like, for example, like Manscaped, the company I work with. They're very reputable. Obviously, they're going to pay. Like the big companies that will always be good. They'll take a little bit of time because they're so big, but they do pay you when they get around to it. The smaller guys, you got to pay up front. There's no funny business, because there's nothing worse of a feeling than having funny business happen when you've quote unquote sold your audience to this brand or to this company, made them sales, then they stiff you, and then now you've wasted time, effort, energy, and also like you pissed off your audience, because no matter what you do for an ad, there's always going to be some percentage that are like, I'm not into this, I'm bored, I'm tired, I'm going to watch something else. So you want to try to get as much as you can back in your return for your quote unquote brand, because you do have a brand, whether you see it or not, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably a good idea. I'll try to do that and see what's gonna happen. Like definitely it's good to have that those Gmail there so people can contact me.
Yeah, and your advisor who will become your agent, like when you turn pro or whatever, he like if he has connections to companies and it could be an easier way, so to save your energy, like obviously you're focusing on hockey and stuff, to have him just like reach out to companies on behalf of you and just try to work some deals on the side. Like you never know who he has connections with. But something.
If I could for a second, I would say, because I know you're a big Bauer guy. You got that brand new nice little ultrasonic setup, hyperlight setup for Madison. Yeah, you got the beautiful set for Team Slovakia with the logos and everything. I know you told me you weren't a big fan of putting logos on pads. I think they look great. I know Bauer likes to throw the money around. I'm not going to say who told me this, but I've heard this from multiple goalies, some of which may have been on the podcast previously. Won't confirm, won't deny. Bauer will give unlimited free gear. So let's say they say, Simon, we want you to be a Bauer athlete or a Bauer goalie, whatever you need. You need hyperlight, we got you. You need mock, you need a helmet, we got you covered. Might take a little bit of a while because with the COV, we don't say the word on here, but the COV shutdowns and factories being closed, it's kind of a little slower. But they get you whatever you want, and this is the kicker: they will give you and I don't know if this has changed, $5,000 gift card to Lululemon. Think of what you can buy for $5,000 at Lululemon.
That's what I heard. I heard about this before, and I was kind of thinking about it. But Bauer makes the gear kind of, every piece is different. I ordered a glove, and one time it's it fits good on my hand, the other time it doesn't. There's always something different. So I'm kind of not pissed about it, but it usually takes me much longer to get used for the new glove than it should. So currently I'm just trying. I want to try also the other brands and see how they are, because I don't think this is how it should be done with Bauer. I mean, I love Bauer and it looks great. I love the designs, but it could be just a little bit more, professional. I mean, obviously it's commercial for them to look good and to make it so everyone buys it every month, and they can get more money by that. But yeah, definitely I want to try the other brands as well and see what's the difference between them and Bauer.
Funny you mentioned that. There was an SHL goalie who messaged me yesterday. Won't say who. They said the exact same thing. That it's not the same. It's different every single time. You think you're getting A, you get B. You think, it's Monday, you're getting a Friday. I just not consistent.
Yeah, that's definitely it. That's why I want to see around the other brands as well and decide what's gonna be the best for me for the future when I still have time now. So definitely we'll see.
He's a businessman, Pat. He's trying to explore all the options. He wants a brand deal with every company.
You gotta explore the
options. He wants everybody stroking the checks. That's awesome, dude.
Now, I think we have time left here. I think we wanted to talk about your World Juniors experience. I think obviously it's like a dream and crazy opportunity to wear your country's logo on your jersey and play for your country. You had the opportunity this year to play in the World Juniors for Slovakia, and obviously anyone in the hockey world knows how that ended. The World Juniors is one of the most popular hockey tournaments that there is. Everyone tunes in to watch. It's a lot of fun, once in a lifetime type thing, and it got canceled due to the COV, the Cove. And you create a little buzz with an Instagram post, and Trav immediately sent it to me when he saw it and loved that you were just outspoken and voiced your opinion. We're kind of curious. Want you to have a voice of what kind of what you went through during that. What was your experience and what led you to post that, and kind of the story behind it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, maybe what helped me the most was that I was at the World Jays also last year, and the COVID was kind of dangerous last year as well, and everything went as it should. They put us in the bubble. We were all the time in the bubble, didn't see the other people, so this was kind of thing that didn't make sense to me, that we have next year here the same places, and they totally, like misunderstood that I don't even know if they thought there's no COVID anymore, or if we were 2 days in a quarantine at our hotel rooms, if that's gonna help, because like obviously the traveling is one big thing that you can get that COVID, but especially you can get it when you are with all the other people around, so this was kind of thing I didn't understand at all, that why they didn't prepare that good as they should. So this made me like kind of think about it, and then I saw the other stuff that didn't work that good. Like it was not just about like this bubble that didn't work. There was like much more things. Where it was Nike gear that's the only apparel we are able to wear during World J's that we didn't get till 26th or whatever, so I came there in my only jacket. It was, I would say, flannel jacket, and it was minus 30 Celsius there, and I had to wear that. I didn't have normal warm jacket, so this is something like I didn't understand, and there was much more, and I'm not gonna say all of it because like it's kind of behind it already. I just wanted to like kind of put it closer. There were stuff that didn't work as they should, as they did last year, and maybe if I didn't play at the World J's last year, I would not be able to say that. I would be able to say that it would be impossible to organize it on that level, but they did it last year, so why didn't they do it this year as well? So this is something what put me on that, and especially like you are with your friends like during whole holidays, and then it happens something like this, and you gotta leave like immediately, like on the other morning or during the night you have to leave because there is a COVID danger in the place. So when they started to forfeit the games, that was obvious it's gonna happen one day because we lived together, and we had those people who were tested positive. They had to get it from someone. So it was obvious that other people are gonna get it too. So kind of think that push it inside me, and like I prepare as I said it in that post. Like I said everything there what I wanted to. So all those like preparations for the tournament from all the guys, like being excited for the tournament. So many people watches that, so kind of like it hurt me. So that's what why I did it, and like I didn't even thought about it in the beginning, like putting on some followers on my Instagram account. Like I just wanted to say what I think about it and how it is, because like usually like people don't say how it actually was, as no one did this year. I think I was maybe the only one, and maybe some coaches, so if I didn't say that, no one would know, maybe we wouldn't have even the chance of having the World Juniors in the summer. I'm not saying it's a great thing in the summer, but they would not even thought about it maybe.
Yeah, 100%. We were,
if I could for a sec, like the whole jacket thing. So like you have to wear like Nike only stuff, and they won't let you wear like your winter jacket when it's minus 30 out in Edmonton. This is correct?
I didn't have any other one. We are told, but it's the same. Like over the last couple of years, Nike is the only apparel you can wear during the tournament. So the tournament started 26th, but we were there since 17th or 15th. I'm not sure. So like for that 1 week, we didn't have any apparel because Nike didn't get us the Nike apparel right in the beginning. They get it to us in the beginning of the tournament, but we stayed there already 1 week. So
you're going outside in minus 30 freezing, blizzarding snow in just like a track jacket freezing.
Yeah. In my travel apparel, I traveled in that from Madison to Canada, and I stayed in that for another week because we were told we are not supposed to bring anything, because it's always like that that you get the stuffs from Nike. And it also was like that the next year, and it worked. Everything was perfect. Like on the other day we came, we got Nike apparel. We were supposed to wear that, But this year they gave it to us a week later, and they were saying that they send it to Edmonton and not to Red Deer. And then during the weekend, the bus drivers don't work, so they couldn't get it from Edmonton to Red Deer. I was like, wow. So we are supposed to wear I was wearing the same shit for a week.
That's baffling.
That's fucked up, dude. Like that's seriously have the guys organizing it, like they have to be living in Florida or something. Like, did they not know? Like we just talked about 30 minutes ago at the beginning of the programming, how, excuse my language, how fucking cold it gets in the winter in Alberta, Manitoba, Illinois, Wisconsin. It's freezing. You go outside and if you're having a track jacket on, your lungs freeze just out of shock, and your skin is like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. And they're telling you to go out in a track jacket, dude, that's fucked up.
I mean, why would I take normal winter jacket with me when I know that I'm gonna get one there? It's a big thing for your luggage, so you're not able to put it in that. So I didn't bring anything. So I wasn't the only one, obviously. It was just most of us. So yeah, that was fucked. It was freezing out.
That sounds just super unorganized, which is weird.
It was. Yeah, that's that's why I did that post. It wasn't just that COVID thing. There was so many other things, and this is just one thing I told you about. But there was couple more things that I could go and continue with it, and talk for another hour about it. It's just we came there on the 15th, but it seemed like the tournaments, or it seemed like they are starting to organize the tournament on the 18th after the 2 days of quarantine. So we came to the ring on the 18th, and then the people started to organize the tournament. But it should already be done.
For sure,
dude. Out of curiosity, on that note, I was told from another goalie in the tournament, the World Junior Tournament, I won't say who because he told me don't say his name, but he was saying that just the general public was mingling with you guys. They're having weddings downstairs in the hotel. There's kids running up and down the hotel room, knocking on your doors, playing Knock Knock Ginger. You want to know why the CLV is spreading? That he said that's why. Is that true? Do you have the same experience?
Yeah. I know about the wedding that was there, and I was curious why they put one extra security guy there when we were having our meals, and then I figured it out. That's because the wedding, they don't want other people go there. But it was huge hotel. So you walk, there was as I said, there was boutique, barbershop, restaurant. So many people came there, left. So many people in contact with us. So definitely, I mean, obviously we had the floors for ourselves. No one went to our floors from the other people, but still you are able to, in the lobby and in the hallway, you are just with them.
Did anyone at least get to crash the wedding and have a little party while they were at the World Jays?
I think that happened right after we left, or I don't even know. I think it happened Wednesday, and I think they canceled the tournament on Wednesday. I'm not sure.
I know one player who did. I know one player who did crash. He sent me pictures of him at the wedding. No joke. Again, we'll leave names off, and I'll tell you guys after we finish.
He's
recording.
a groomsman.
Well, he sends me a picture on Instagram. We're chatting back and forth about the tournament, and he sends me a picture. He's got 6 beers, his feet up, and he's crashing the wedding. And you,
dude, that's hilarious.
What a beauty.
That's unreal.
He's like, don't send this anywhere. Don't screenshot this. Don't tell anybody about this. I'm like, I won't say your name, but I will tell the story.
He can't be the only one. I feel like there's out of that many kids there's got to be a few others.
Well, he sent me a picture. I can't remember if it was. I think it was a couple hours after. It was him and a bunch of the guys in the hotel room. So I would assume if he made his way down, the rest did as well. I'm just assuming. Yeah. I didn't ask.
That's hilarious. You see these wedding pictures come out online, and they're just in it, yeah, the boys. That's funny.
There's the best man. He's got a Team Sweden World Junior jacket.
He's got the rings. Team Sweden.
He's eating the cake. He's just shoveling the cake.
Accidentally gives a gold medal. He's like, oh crap! That's last year's medal. Pulls the rings out instead. That's
crashing the wedding. And you?
That's funny.
He's a beauty. He's a real beauty.
As for that post and you speaking up, I think that's like, I think that's so true. The guys there, like if you put a microphone in the room of everyone talking, you're saying what everyone there was saying, you know? And it's just the fact that they don't want to be the guy to actually go out and say it, because then you know, it's spotlight, or like the higher ups might be mad at them for doing so, or like the World Juniors themselves like might be mad, but it's like someone's got to say it, you know? So there's my train. But yeah, no, props to you for speaking your mind and just, you know, bringing light to it, because we wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known that it was the shit show there unless someone said it. So I think
you didn't know. I told you when it happened.
No, but like you found out from his post, like the shit show, that it was a shit show there.
Oh, no. He was, well, actually, that's one thing I should clarify. Sorry. The things that you're talking about, I was being told probably like a day or two before you made the post, but everybody else was making the Instagram post of, thank you, IIHF. What a great tournament. What an honor. And I think I told you, it might've been Sweeney, is I'm reading this post and I'm thinking, dude, okay, I know you had to post it to be politically correct. I know what you really think. You told me what really happened. So what you just posted, you're full of shit, and you're just trying to look good for the man.
So
what
blessed.
a blessing. What a great tournament. It was amazing. I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So saying respect to you.
Yeah. For sure. Man. Definitely. It's good.
On that note, though.
Yeah, it's, you know, like, it's so many people there and like good players. Obviously, like, no one wants to like say that as it was, you know. So I'm kind of guy like, why would I not, you know, if I didn't like the way it was done. So that's why I decided to do that. So the people around who watch that, because, you know, it's not about us as the hockey players, it's about the people who watch that, you know, and they never would know like how that was done there, and why it was cancelled. You know, the fans would thought it was like COVID, you know, but it was COVID, but it was because the COVID was not taken care of that well.
Yeah.
But on that note, you know what it is taken care of is this podcast. We do a new episode every Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Thursday on Slangin The Bizkit. Thank you to Simon Latkoczy and Pat Shea for joining me and being a part of the program, as always.
Thanks for being here. Thanks.